Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, slightly special edition. We're doing a little bit of Pass Pro versus really one of the more exotic looks you will get. A little triple inside zone pressure. Whew, my goodness, Ohio State saw it 4 times in one game. We are breaking down all 4 of them, how they made some in-game adjustments, how you can potentially block it up. What in the heck are we actually talking about? Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So the essence of this thing, we are getting a 5-person pressure against our offense. They are sending 3 people through the 2 A gaps. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I know a wonderful course about pass protection. You should absolutely check it out. But this is at the graduate level stuff about as far as what you're potentially going to see pressure-wise. This is Ohio State versus Indiana. Indiana bringing the heat, second down, triple inside pressure. Now, I think they're trying to get to a variation of 2 trap, but they kind of have some issues on the first snap that we'll look at. But what exactly is happening here is they're really rushing 5. The defensive tackles, hand on the ground, they are containing, usually through the B gap. That's the gap outside the guards. The defensive ends usually have their hand on the ground or rush the passer. They are dropping. Okay, so they're not rushing. So the 2 defensive tackles rushing, 2 inside linebacker types, they're crossing. Whoop. And now they don't have to cross. I think it adds a level of difficulty for the offensive protection unit to pick it up, to sort it out. So we're going to get the tackles containing, the 2 inside linebacker types crossing. Then we're going to get a DB type to run through after the cross. So the linebacker types cross, and then the DB hits the middle. Issues, right? But they're only bringing 5. So most protections, you would think, they're only bringing 5. We can sort this thing out. No. Now, the things to really pay attention to are where that 5th guy, that DB type, is blitzing from. How much depth? Are they coming from the heavens? Are they coming from that second level linebacker type depth? Because if they are, I like to equate it to you get certain hitches with every 5 yards that they come from depth. So if they're coming from 10 yards deep, I'm taking 2 hitches. I think I can take 2 hitches. But if they're coming from 5 yards deep, I'm going to take 1 hitch. I'm going to get hit. But that's kind of the time clock, I think, universal time clock for quarterbacks when they're thinking about how much time do I really have. If they're coming from the line of scrimmage, you don't have time to take a hitch. You got to get the ball out of your hands. So that's the time clock element of it. Now we're going to look at some images to see exactly what I'm talking about, but the images are just the scaffolding. It's not the exact drawing of how Indiana is dialing it up to Ohio State. I really want y'all to just get the idea of what's going on. They are rushing 5. The defensive tackles have the contain. Linebacker types are crossing in the A gaps. And then they are adding a 5th rusher, a DB type safety running through the A gap, right? 3 through the A gap, battery, AAA, remote control, or if you play defense, triple inside fire zone. Let's get it going. All right, little bit of a different video today. We are talking Pass Pro. Let's go. Triple inside fire zone. Lots going on this page. Page was shared with me from my good friend over at Blitzology blog. Get over there, check it out. If you don't follow, you're missing out. From jump here, what we are most interested in is really this triple inside. I don't care, again, what you call it. I'm used to calling this battery, AAA, whatever you want. At the end of the day, we are getting 3 people through the A gaps. How we get there, that is the interesting thing that we will be looking at. 4 clips from one game, Ohio State versus Indiana. This is my favorite way to do it. Cross dog. So if we just normally got this variation of the 2 inside linebacker types crossing, to me, cross dog. Add this thing on. We got issues now. Now, 6-person cross dog is going to cause some issues for certain protections. But right here, the thing that we're paying attention to is really this box area. It usually involves 6 people here, but we're going to have this add-on of a DB type who's going to add on, and that's that 3rd person into the A gap. So A gap, bring in 3 people in there. Now, it's got issues both sides of the ball. Technically, there are too many people for the gap. Opportunities for someone to take 2 to take 1, but it causes issues everywhere because we got defensive ends usually have their hand on the ground or are rush types, typical rushers that need to be accounted for with an offensive tackle. So at the end of the day, there's going to be some variation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taken in what is essentially the B gap, A gap, A gap, B gap. They've got 5 people there. So got an opportunity for someone to run into themselves. But if they clean this out and it times out perfectly, I don't care who goes first, who goes second, they split that thing up, there's an opportunity for this guy to sneak through. Now, things to pay attention to. Depth. Okay? If this cat is coming from the heavens, meaning 8+ yards, going to be hard to get home unless we're taking triple hitches. Other thing to pay attention to just with this drawing, they're doing this out of a 3 deep kind of fire zone. The images that we will be looking at will be mostly trap, meaning that they're going to play some variation of cloud, roll up the corners, have 2 half-field players. So don't get it twisted. We're not talking about the back end. We're not talking closed, open, mistakes, whatever. We are interested right here. This AAA, triple inside pressure fired up. This is a beast to handle on offense. How can we do it? We're going to find out. Here's another image from my man, Brian Vaughn, over at Blitzology. Get over there, check it out. Again, don't get it twisted as far as the details here, as far as, okay, now we're not getting a cross dog. What are you talking about? Also, can we just take a moment and realize they play football at the Southern Hemisphere? What's going on here? I feel like I'm inverted with what the drawing is. I'm not familiar with this sport. But joking aside, don't have to cross dog this thing. Again, just an added layer to do it. At the end of the day, we've got 3 people attacking 2 A gaps. AAA, battery, you're welcome for that one. Remote control, however you want to sort it out. Again, they're playing 3 deep here, post safety. For us, when we watch this, they will be versus mostly 2 trap. But just notice that there's a bunch of different ways to get there. At the end of the day, it's 5 people pressuring, right? But not the typical 5-person, okay? Not Bass's favorite 5-person pressure. This is defensive end types usually dropping, and we are overloading the inside. AAA, inside pressure. How do you possibly pick this up? Again, one more image from Blitzology. This again shows the defensive ends. It's really easy. Oh, the defensive end's not blitzing. We're just not going to block them. This is not easy to do. These guys are locked in, usually in damn near every protection. I've got the defensive end. So when they don't blitz, they are dropping out of there. Great issues. This looks like half slide protection. Okay, half slide protection. The center is going right here. All right, so when the center guts, we get that little 3-person slide. They're sliding to the 3 most dangerous. Those 3 most dangerous are right here. When that doesn't happen, really difficult ask to have this offensive tackle kick down, to take the defensive tackle, this guard to kick down, take the will, just not sorted out to do that type of thing. Half slide protection, this thing's going to eat half slide for breakfast. And what I mean by that is the back usually has a dual going 1 to 2 who's off the screen. Let's just assume it's a nickel. So again, difficult. You're going to have the back eaten up. You're going to have the center eaten up on the will, right? We're going to go here. We're going to go here. And now this safety type is going to hit this thing from depth. Again, the depth matters, but they're usually going to be running free. Very difficult to sort this thing out up front. And finally, last one, I call this the Vaughn Dream. This is how technically you would sort this thing out on a 6-person slide. Again, lots of pizza theory going on here as far as you take mine, I'll take yours, but really difficult ask here with this tackle, having to pass that for a defensive end, then coming back in, protecting the B gap. Same thing for the guard, same thing for the center. Again, the same thing worked out as the last thing on this side, but that is a tough ask in half slide. You are going to have to bring a big lunch pail to sort this thing out all game if you're going to live in half slide world. Again, AAA, inside pressure. How are we going to handle this? Ohio State versus Indiana. Ohio State saw this blitz come at them 4 times in this game. They had massive issues in the first half. Runner, free runner, sack. What is happening? Not a good feeling. Justin Fields. Now, they had pass pro issues all over the place. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't just this one pressure. But again, watch that cross dog. Safety add-on. Yo! Big, strong dude playing quarterback. Doesn't go down easy. But still, that is getting schemed up. Okay, now, first thing to notice here. We've got issues. So, classic defensive football. Wink, gun. They make mistakes. My opinion, issues back here on the back end. I'm going to guess that this is supposed to be cloud with 31 inverted because that's how they do it the rest of the game. So they've got communication errors. If one of these guys were to just pipe this thing, run to the house, this is a touchdown. Okay, so communication error happens on both sides of the ball. Great. We'll deal with it as best we possibly can. But for our understanding, it doesn't help clean up the picture. Okay, so let's first start protection. 6-person protection, right? 5 offensive linemen and the back. Okay, this is a half slide beater. We are going to hit this thing here from depth. That's the one that ends up getting home. Cross dog, doesn't matter who goes first. We're dropping, we're getting out over the top. Okay, so again, let's just sort this thing out. What will it look like eventually? He will be out over the top. Cloud trap. Okay, they're jacked up over here, so they void the deep area. So that's just one rep. Okay, that's not the normal rep. Let's just play it out how it normally should look. In my opinion, we're going to get a cloud. That just means rolled up corner, half field player, rolled up corner, defensive ends dropping. So really it's just 4 under 2 deep, but you can't throw hot into the flat. And now, where is he coming from? Okay, he's coming from the heavens, right? 10 plus yards, 10 yards right here. You still have time playing quarterback with this type of thing, game plan wise. This is what you watch film for, game plan, lock in if you can. You have time to take 2 hitches here from 10. I like to think of it as a hitches. 5 yards, 1 hitch, 10 yards, 2 hitches. That means 3-step, hitch, throw without getting hit. Now he's got to stay there at 10 yards deep, but just watch how this thing plays out. Again, woo, Nelly. So at the snap, he's coming downhill. 2 hitches, 1, 2. That's it. He's going to get hit there too. Straight run right down the pipe. Timed out beautifully from Indiana. Again, you can see the defensive ends dropping. You can see again, just imagine, I think this is 2 down here at the bottom of the screen. If he just runs vertical, that's a touchdown, right? Look at the corner. He doesn't know what he's doing. Actually, I think the corner plays it well. The guy who's supposed to be playing the half field 31 is not there. But again, pure pass pro wise, you are essentially hot off 5 in 6-person protection, which really goes against a lot of offensive rules. Usually you think, hey, if they're bringing 5 and we have 6 protecting, we should be good. So again, for me, this is just half slide protection. And really, it might not even be half slide protection. But let's just say that the center is going to the backer on the left, right? So he's going right here. He comes first. The back is probably going 1 to 2 off the screen, or really 1 to 2 back here. Well, if both of them come, we're hot. I don't care if they're dropping this guy, if they're dropping this guy, we're hot off those 2. So when they both come, so he runs into the center, boom. He runs into the backer, boom. He is running from 10 yards right downhill right at you. You either got to have a scheme to get the ball out of your hands, you got to have it locked in, but this is not easy to handle. And again, because they're running through the same gap here, right? He's really going through, 8's going through the right A gap, 4's going through the left A gap, and the little guy is going through the left A gap as well. But he doesn't have a free run, right? It's not a free alley. But he still gets home. He still doesn't get him because the guy's a monster and a great athlete. Doesn't bring him down. But obviously wrecks the play. So that's one time. Okay, you get hit like that, you're going to dial it up again. That was second and medium. This is second and medium. Same pressure. Now look at the coverage, right? Not jacked up. 31 gets back to his half field. 2 trap. There's that triple inside, AAA, battery, remote control, whatever you want to say. They got you. But again, because he's a monster, he's not going down. He's a beast. It's a big dude. That's a Roethlisberger-esque, Cam-esque back there in the pocket. Watch the cross dog. Whoop, whoop. And they almost get there this time. What do they do a little bit different? Watch that left guard and left tackle. Details. See him kick it in. Oh, the center almost had it. If the center would have came off there, would have been a really, really impressive job with that left side of the offensive line sorting this thing out. This is about as close as you can get with this type of protection, 6-person protection, because it's just asking too much realistically for any level, even a Sunday type level game, to be able to sort this thing out. Again, watch the left guard, left tackle. Left tackle setting for 87. Boom, he doesn't come, he kicks back in. He pushes the left guard in. The left guard comes all the way off to 47, but the center's got his head down, can't sort it out. Just a half tick late. Same thing with the right guard here. 94, I would imagine 94 should be containing through the B gap there so he doesn't open up the right guard to come back. 52 is a big dude, but struggling to come off things if it's not right in front of his face. Man, so close. Again, watch one hit this thing from where? 10 yards deep. Still got a chance to get it off. 1, 2, 3. Hitch. You got to get rid of it. But again, not a total L, not a sack. Still able to throw it away. So, halftime, you dig the channel. You haven't already. Please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. Let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Do me a favor, hit the like button too. While you're at it, if you want more information on how to better understand pass protection, check out the new Quarterback School Pass Pro course. If you dig the channel, you will love the courses. Get over there, check it out. I appreciate the support. Let's keep the video going. So those were the first half reps. Here's the second half reps. Again, pick up a pattern, 2nd and 9. This time we sort it out. It's a different pressure. Now I would love to see Fields be able to just slide to his left, drill this ball right down the middle because there are massive holes if you can pick this thing up. Again, here it comes, cross dog, boom. Now again, the way that the offensive unit picks up this blitz is really by kind of doing stuff outside the box. This is not normal rules, in my opinion, as far as what they're doing. 7-person full slide protection. Again, over the middle of the ball. The void here, if you're going to play 2-trap, the reason why 2-trap causes issues for quarterbacks, me specifically playing, was that a lot of hot throws are going to be in the flat area. In the flat area, just raise up, throw a flat, throw a bubble, throw a quick, something out here. So how do you stop that? You roll up these guys, run into collisions, run into hots. But what does it void? It voids these massive areas in the hook area. If you have enough time to get into these middle hook areas, there's a lot of space because we got to keep somebody over the top for vertical support. And it just, these defensive ends can't handle that much space between the hash and the numbers. So they do a great job right here dialing this thing up. 7-man protect it. They protect it. We'll talk about how they do it. Really nice job by the back. But over the ball, that's wide open. Right? That's wide open. The referee, the umpire's covering him. Just slide to your left and throw it. Again, at the top of his drop. Right here. Slide to your left, throw it. But again, not a total disaster. Throw it away. All right, they got us again on another 2nd and medium. Watch 4 and 8, cross dog. Watch the tight end come across with the split flow. Cross dog, right? The line picks up the cross dog. Why? Because they are full sliding this thing. So again, what does full slide mean? You're welcome. Get over to the course. Full slide, gap left, gap left, gap left, gap left. We got it locked in here. He's coming all the way across. So even if this defensive end were to rush, he would still be blocked by that tight end. Okay? These defensive ends have been dropping with this pressure, but those 5 have picked up the crossers. So they're going to run themselves right into this, right? It doesn't matter who goes first, who goes second. They're blocked by the guard in the center. Now, the beautiful thing, the thing that makes this thing go here is this back. Normally, he would be off the edge supporting that sift player coming all the way across, that slicer. But when there is no threat, he then redirects and is able to come back and get one coming back into that AAA. Just a really nice job from the back. Love this. See this. Was something that didn't show up all game, but right here, I mean, he is locked in, right? You can see him tracking him the whole way. Boop. And this is what halftime adjustments are. This is a great job by that staff being able to dial this thing up, be like, all right, we're going to get this on 2nd down. Here it comes. Look at 5. I mean, he's looking around. He's wide open. I mean, maybe the umpire covered him up, but just take a step to our right, his left, and deliver that ball. Tough. A lot of space. Great pass protection job there. Nice adjustment from the Ohio State staff. Big time. Next one, 2nd and 18. We blocked it up the last time, but didn't hook it up. Here we come back, block it up again, and now we hook it up. Right over the middle, right where we talked about being a lot of space if you can block it up. Again, nothing easy about sorting this thing out. 7-person full slide protection with the wing coming across or sniffer coming across. Able to sort it out, but it's really on that back. Save us. Boom. There it is. Great job by Fields there. Subtle step to his right. Attack the space in the zone where there's a lot of space, a lot of grass. Again, one more time. See the trap corner up top? Trap corner down here at the bottom. See that sniffer coming across. Nothing. And the back saves us. Just a thing of beauty. Again, watching 5 come across on this over or crosser. Lots, so much space in the middle of the field. Love this job by Fields this time, being able to learn from the earlier reps in the game, find space. Again, just appreciate the pass protection here, the adjustments, the in-game adjustments. Full slide, back, boom, Teague. Be great if he could keep his feet and bring his hands, but that's enough. Pure quarterback-wise here, just watch the subtle, talked about it last time, step, throw. Love it. Great job adjusting. So that is a wrap. Pass Pro, triple inside pressure. My goodness, issues. Loved the fact that Indiana got pressure on Fields, even though they technically really couldn't bring him down. We'll talk more about Fields this week with a little draft analysis. Just big, strong dude back there in the pocket. Difficult to bring down, but definitely caused issues. So got him twice in the first half. Come back in the second half, hit him again twice. Similar down and distance situations. You can predict you're going to get that type of pressure if they're going to keep the same pattern of call. So how does Ohio State react? They go full slide, 7-person protection, full slide, and the backs. Got a little extra work there. Does a great job sorting it out. First time, Fields doesn't see it. Second time, big play. That is playing ball. That's getting hit. That's making adjustments. That is really, really fun to break down. You can see how important pass protection is to the quarterback performance, play. Excited for more and more of this on the channel. Let me know what you think of the video. I certainly appreciate you hanging to the end, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.